Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Adam, this is my channel Adam Sews, and today is a different vlog from normal. There was no Friday sews at the weekend because of getting prepared to go to Plymouth Frocktails, so I thought I would jump on and go through what I've been up to throughout the week, a bit of a Monday sews instead of a Friday sews, and share with you what happened at Frocktails over the weekend. So to start off with, if any of you watch my channel, you will know that the background behind me is very different to normal, and that is because I have got the Cattle Call Highland Coo quilt finished. So this I thought I would just share with you. It is going off to a lovely friend of mine that is recovering from quite a major accident, and I said that I would get it finished for her. So that it will keep her warm when she's watching TV in the evening, snuggling up with her dogs. So I finished it just before we left, and I thought I would hang it up so that you get full view of this. I have quilted it just with sort of matchstick quilting, so that it is really hardware and endurable, so it can be washed and washed and washed and no issues. And then I have backed it in the beautiful Tudor pink kabloom backing and bound with the mustard coloured tiny stripe. So that is what I have been up to over the last week. So as many of you know, the previous week you would have seen my outfit that I made for Frocktails. I'm going to insert some photos throughout here as much as I can remember. So I picked up the lovely Catherine from Zoverton Bakery on Saturday morning. We jumped in the car and started our journey down to Plymouth. So it took us about 3 hours to get there in total, and we just kind of soldiered on and just got there in one foul swoop. And when we arrived at the sort of pre-Plymouth Frocktails meetup, which was at Make Fabric Boutique, and there is also a really, really lovely coffee shop through Make into the back of the building. So we went in there and had a coffee, and I cannot tell you how many people were in there. The coffee shop was super busy because there were so many of us in there. But I just remembered actually, when we pulled up at Make, we parked one road away from the road that runs down the side of Make. So sort of like, yeah, one block further forward basically. So as we were walking down to the road that Make is on, in the distance we could see this lovely vision of people walking towards us, one of them being the lovely Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door. So we sort of stood there, she sort of stood there, we realised who each other was and just decided to run at each other screaming. And Andrea found it quite funny because she was a bit worried that I was going to try and pick her up, and she said, I was a bit concerned, but I didn't. I just gave her a massive hug, and we had a little catch up before we went into Make. So yeah, it was absolutely lovely. We bumped into most of the people that were there that evening. So the lovely Jenny and Sue, who, just want to add, are two of the most delightful people I've ever met, and I will be forever in touch with them. So sorry ladies if you're watching this, but you're not getting rid of me that easily. So yeah, we had coffee with Jenny and Sue, and then we were chatting to Angela and Lizzie, and there's so many of us. There was Karen from So Little Time, and Anna from You Got Me in Stitches, and the lovely Tanya from Just Let Me Sew, and there was just so many of us. And I'm not even going to try and go through all the vloggers that were there because there was just so many. There was So Let's Sparkle Sam, Make It So, Mandy. There was just loads and loads of us. So we were all chatting, all having a coffee and so on and so forth. And then after about an hour or so, we decided to head back into Make so that we could do some fabric shopping. So I thought I would show you what I bought. So you're going to have to... I mean, they package everything so beautifully from Make. If you haven't bought anything from Make, I definitely recommend going on their website and having a look, because the quality of their fabric is absolutely stunning. So I went for I thought I have to buy something because I needed a memorial fabric as such from there. So I wanted something that I knew that I was going to get a lot of use out of. So I went for this absolutely stunning teal sweatshirt fabric, and it's got these little flecks of multicoloured little dots of thread sort of through it. So apologies to Claire from Stitch Hem Sew, because I know that this is right up your alley and the perfect colour for you. But I just thought I would just absolutely love a really snuggly oversized sweatshirt in this. So I bought enough to make a sweatshirt, and I was very, very frugal about how much I bought, because I thought I don't want loads of off-cut and waste. So I might have to Tetris a little bit, but I should have enough. I also picked up some buttons, because you can never have enough buttons. And I went for some coloured mussel shell buttons that were dyed. So I've got some that are this beautiful sort of ruby kind of colour. And they're all little 10mm buttons, which are perfect for shirts. And then I got some in this fantastic sort of like foresty emeraldy green. So I got 15 of each colour, because I thought that's the perfect amount to do a couple of shirts out of each. And you can never have too many buttons in my eyes. Yeah, so after doing that, we went back to our hotels to get ready for the night. And we checked into our hotels after having a nightmare trying to find what car park to park in, because there was two that had the same name. It was pre-booked, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't parked in the wrong one out of the two, but apparently it doesn't matter. So let's see if I get a parking ticket or not. But hopefully not. So we went up to our rooms, and I thought, I have to have a cup of tea, first of all. So I made myself a cup of tea, laid on the bed for about 20 minutes, and then I suddenly thought, I don't actually have that much time before we need to be leaving. So I quickly jumped in the shower, got dressed, ran downstairs, then ran back upstairs, and then that was exactly the right time that I needed to then get up to meet Catherine, and we went to Sam and Mandy's room, who is Sew Let Sparkle with Sam, and Mandy, who is Make It Sew. And Mandy was having a little bit of a 2 and 8 about her hair not going right. It just wouldn't do what she wanted it to do. So I quickly whipped out my Mandy's hair straighteners, and quickly, very, very quickly, it literally took about 10 minutes, curled her hair very quickly, so it had a lovely soft wave in it. I will try and put a photo in so you can see how beautiful Mandy looked. So yeah, and then we headed off to Frocktails. So we got a cab there. The cabs were so reasonably priced, which was bonkers. And we just had the best night. The food was incredible. The people were amazing. It was just so nice to spend time with everyone. So, I mean, we spent time with Cara from So Mad, who is just love Cara. Karen from So Little Time, obviously Angela from Devon Frocktails, and Lizzie from Make Fabric Boutique, who run the actual evening, and it was just brilliant. There was a part where Angela and Lizzie stopped so that they could do a little bit of a speech. I won't put the footage in for that. That is down to Angela to share, because it was her speech. And if you want to go and see that, I'm sure she'll include some footage in her vlog that she'll be putting up soon on Devon Frocktails, her page, on her YouTube channel. And the silly thing is I don't know what's happened to me as I've got older, but I've got to this point in my life now where I kind of think to myself, I just get really emotional really easily. And I was listening to Angela do her speech, and I thought, oh, I need to behave myself, because I'm going to end up crying in a minute. But I held it together. I was very well behaved. Yeah, so it was just an amazing evening, and I cannot wait and I'm keeping everything crossed that they're going to run another one next year, because I will be one of the first people to buy a ticket. Yeah, so I thought I would just quickly go through our goodie bags that we got, because they were absolutely incredible, and I cannot thank the people that sponsored it enough. So we had it was sponsored by Prim Consumer. So some lovely Prim products. Beyond the Pink Door sponsored it, and we've got a very, very exclusive thing in our bags, which I was very excited about, because it goes very well with my lovely Beyond the Pink Door coffee cups. And also Purple Stitches, who are a lovely, lovely little small business in Basingstoke, quite near my house, who do lovely bag hardware if you're after any. I have mentioned them multiple times before. So yeah, we got out lovely Devon Threadtails Make Fabric Boutique Frocktails combination goodie bags, and they are one of the best goodie bags I've ever seen. So there's loads and loads of different offer codes, discount codes, and so on and so forth. There is some lovely products from Prim. So we've got these lovely little iron-on patches. We've got some self-covered buttons. We've got some little bits of fudge from Rowley's clotted cream fudge made in Plymouth, which I imagine is made by a local maker. We've got a lovely zip and zip pull from the Purple Stitches. We've got a lovely little pen from Brother sewing machines. We've got some lovely embroidery floss from Prim as well, who I think I'm going to share this with my lovely friend Rachel, that is Stitched by Rachel, because I know that she would get really good use out of that. A nice little fashion zipper pull to add to a zip. A awesome bunch of needles from Prim in a little needle case. We've got a little keyring tape measure from Brother, which who doesn't need a tape measure. Some really stunning handmade bag labels and some washi tape also, which I have got one of these and I'm getting low on it, so I'm very excited about that. Yeah, so our lovely present from Beyond the Pink Door is a custom designed Beyond the Pink Door tote bag, and it is in pink glitter. I mean, who wouldn't want one of those? So yeah, that was our trip to Plymouth Frocktails, and I will catch up with you all again soon. I hope you're well. I hope you had a great weekend, and I will talk to you on Friday for Friday Sews. Ciao for now.